The spaceship trembled as it descended through the thick violet clouds of the alien world. The human, Alex, pressed his hands against the cold metal railing of the observation deck, his heart hammering with both fear and excitement. He had trained his entire life for first contact missions, but nothing had prepared him for this. The sensors had picked up an intelligent life form, unlike anything humanity had ever known, and now he was staring down at a landscape that seemed both alive and dangerous. The surface was a vast expanse of towering, crystalline trees that shimmered with a soft inner light. Strange creatures moved between the trunks, their forms gliding rather than walking, leaving trails of luminous dust in their wake. The air was thick with the scent of minerals and something sweet, almost intoxicating. It was beautiful, yet eerie, as if the world itself was observing him. "Are you sure about this, Alex?" His companion, Liam, asked nervously, gripping the railing beside him. Alex nodded, though his throat felt dry. "We've come this far. We need to make contact. Humanity depends on it." The landing was rough. The ship rocked violently, throwing them against the walls. Once it settled, the ramp extended with a hiss, revealing the alien landscape up close. The ground pulsed faintly beneath their boots, like it had a heartbeat of its own. Alex took the first step and felt a strange vibration running through his body, not painful, but unsettling. Liam followed reluctantly, scanning the surroundings with a nervous intensity. "Do you feel that?" Liam whispered. "Yes," Alex replied, his eyes fixed on the clearing ahead. Something moved there, larger than any creature they had seen before. Its form was majestic, towering, yet delicate in its contours. And then Alex noticed the crown-like structure on its head, the subtle bioluminescent glow, and the eyes. They were deep, intelligent, and unmistakably aware. The creature stepped forward. Its voice echoed inside Alex's mind rather than through the air. "You are here. I have waited for you." Alex froze. He had prepared for communication through translators and universal protocols, but telepathy was not something they had trained for. Yet the voice was soothing, almost gentle, and strangely familiar. "I am Alex," he said aloud, though he knew the creature could hear him directly. "I am human. I mean no harm." The being tilted its head slightly, examining him with a curiosity that seemed ancient. Then it moved closer, its movements fluid and elegant. Alex could feel the subtle warmth radiating from it, a sensation that was both physical and emotional. His body relaxed despite the tension, and a strange sense of recognition filled him. "You are the one," the voice said softly, reverberating through his mind. "The one I have been searching for." Before he could respond, the creature lowered itself onto its multiple limbs and extended what could be described as arms. Alex stepped back instinctively, but the being's movements were not threatening. It was deliberate, careful, almost tender. And then it wrapped him in an embrace. The hug was unlike anything he had ever experienced. It was powerful yet gentle, encompassing him entirely, making him feel safe and significant at the same time. The vibration of the world beneath them intensified, as if the planet itself recognized this connection. Alex closed his eyes, overwhelmed by the emotion that surged through him. It was not fear nor confusion, but a deep sense of belonging. "I've finally found you, my human," the creature whispered, and Alex shivered at the intimacy of the words. Tears blurred his vision. He had dreamed of this moment for years, though he had never known it. Contact, first contact, was always imagined as formal, clinical, full of protocols. But this was something far beyond any expectation. This was recognition, something primal and profound. The creature pulled back slightly, allowing Alex to see its full form. Its body was adorned with shimmering scales that reflected the colors of the crystalline forest. Its eyes glowed softly, and in them, Alex saw not just intelligence, but a lifetime of searching, waiting, and longing. "Why me?" he asked, his voice trembling. Because only a human could understand, it replied. Only a human could endure. Only a human could walk with me through what is to come. Alex realized then that this was more than a simple first contact mission. This being, whom he could now think of as the Queen, had been searching for someone who could bridge worlds, someone who could help it communicate with other species, someone who could carry the message of understanding across galaxies. And somehow, inexplicably, it had chosen him. Liam watched in awe and disbelief, but he remained silent, sensing that this was a moment meant only for Alex. The Queen lowered her head again, and this time she pressed a glowing appendage to his chest. He felt a surge of energy, memories, and knowledge flowing into his mind. He saw glimpses of her life, the struggles of her species, the beauty of their civilizations, and the loneliness of searching across the stars. It was overwhelming, but not painful. "You will help me," she said, her voice resonating in his mind like a melody. "Together, we will show the universe what can be achieved when different beings trust each other." Alex nodded, unable to speak. His body still trembled from the intensity of the connection, but he understood the responsibility he now carried. Humanity had taken its first step into the greater galactic community, not through conquest or dominance, but through empathy and courage. Over the next few hours, the Queen guided them through her world. She showed them cities carved into the crystalline trees, where light flowed like rivers and structures shifted with thought. She introduced creatures of all shapes and sizes, each intelligent in its own way, each capable of communication through forms Alex had never imagined. He realized that the universe was far richer than humanity had ever conceived, and that this was just the beginning. They returned to the landing site as night fell. The sky was a swirl of violet and gold, and the air shimmered with bioluminescent spores. The Queen extended a limb toward Alex, and he took it without hesitation. In that moment, he felt a unity with the world that was indescribable. It was as if every cell in his body recognized this place as home. "You will return to your people," the Queen said. "But you will not be the same. You will carry the seed of understanding, and you will guide them toward what they must become." Alex nodded, knowing the weight of her words. He had always dreamed of being a hero, of making a difference, but this was beyond heroism. This was a calling. When he and Liam finally lifted off, Alex looked back at the Queen, who remained on the surface, glowing softly in the twilight. She raised a limb in farewell, and he felt her presence in his mind, a constant reminder that the universe was vast, and yet, somehow, intimately connected. The journey back to Earth was filled with quiet reflection. Liam tried to talk, but Alex could only stare out the window, replaying the embrace, the whispers, and the visions the Queen had shared. For the first time, he understood the true scale of humanity's potential. They were small in the galaxy, fragile in some ways, but capable of greatness when they chose empathy over fear. When they returned, the debriefing was intense. Scientists, officials, and military personnel crowded around, all eager to know what they had discovered. Alex spoke carefully, choosing words that would convey the wonder without causing panic or disbelief. He described the Queen, her world, and the connection they had shared. He spoke of the intelligence, the civilization, and the emotional depth he had witnessed. And though many were skeptical, others saw the spark in his eyes and understood that something extraordinary had occurred. A new chapter for humanity had begun, one not of conquest or exploration for resources, but of alliance and understanding. In the weeks that followed, Alex worked tirelessly with linguists, diplomats, and scientists, using the knowledge the Queen had shared to begin establishing communication. Each day, he remembered the warmth of her embrace and the power of her words. "I've finally found you, my human." It echoed in his mind, a reminder that one life could change the course of history, And that trust between species could shape the future of the universe. The Queen never left his thoughts. Sometimes, late. At night, he would close his eyes and feel the pulse of her world, a heartbeat that resonated with his own. And he knew that this was only the beginning. Humanity was ready to step into the wider galaxy, guided by the lessons of empathy, courage, and connection that the Queen had shared. And somewhere on that violet world, she waited, patient and unwavering, knowing that one day the bonds forged would grow into bridges between countless civilizations. Alex smiled, feeling a sense of purpose deeper than anything he had ever known. The universe was no longer a distant expanse, filled with unknown dangers. It was alive, it was aware, and now, thanks to a hug and a whisper, humanity had found its place among the stars.